So the Bucs injury list grows as Wirfs is listed as questionable for the matchup against the Rams. They also hope to get back Leonard Fournette, who was unable to be activated from IR prior to the Eagles game. It's my favorite day of the week. Jeff Saturday in the building. Got me going with little pancakes this morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Unique, good stuff, and gras and greeny, as always. I'm going to start with you, though, Keith. I can't believe I'm asked. Who came up with this question? Keyshawn, has Tom Brady, the GOAT, he has so many rings, not even enough fingers. Well, he does. But has Brady won his last Super Bowl?
I think so. It's not because it's Tom. It's because of everything surrounding Tom and everything coming his way. The Rams are going to be a better football team. They probably most likely go out and beat Tampa Bay again this week. I know Jeff Saturday doesn't feel that way, and neither does Stephen A., because they so caught up in it being Tom Brady. I understand it. I'm talking about the team is the aspect of it. Aaron Rodgers is not going anywhere in Green Bay. Green Bay is going to be there. You think Sean Payton is going to sit back and allow him not to have a quarterback? He's going to figure out that they got a good defense in New Orleans. They're going to get offensive people coming back to the party. So when I start to look at the NFC as a whole, I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be in the playoffs, but to sit up and think that Tom Brady at 44 years old is going to continue to win Super Bowls when he won one last year. And on top of that, last year's Super Bowl was a big win for them. There's no question about it. But it was a different year. Everything fell perfect for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There's no question about it. You go and you talk about the Super Bowl itself. The Kansas City Chiefs' offensive line was banged up. Patrick Mahomes couldn't be Patrick Mahomes. Then you rewind. Matt LaFleur won't take the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hand this time around. Then you back up even more. Third time playing against a New Orleans Saints team that was completely banged up when they saw the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then you back up even further. They played the Washington football team. I'm not taking anything away from the Super Bowl.
Yes, you are.
I'm just giving – no, I'm not. I'm giving facts.
You just did it.
I'm giving real facts. You think the Rams are going to disappear? You think the Dallas Cowboys are going to just continue to be the Dallas Cowboys and not get any better? Oh, well, I knew you was going to say
that. Yeah, that's exactly what I think.
And on top of that, let's talk about the AFC. Buffalo ain't going nowhere. Buffalo, Kansas City ain't going nowhere.
We heard you. We heard you.
What you mean?
Hold on. Where are you? Where are you right now?
L.A.
I'm in L.A.
Okay, yeah. I just want to make sure East Coast, West Coast. I want to make sure where we are. Just to give America a little visual, a little thought process.
Look,
you know.
First of all,
y'all scared to say no. I know what it is.
Let me break it down. First of all, let me attack this notion that you the one spitting facts. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. It is not a fact that Aaron Rodgers would have scored on that fourth down had Matt LaFleur had not taken the ball out of his hand.
That's right.
On the fourth down play, especially since he didn't do it the first three downs. Okay, that's not a fact.
Thank you.
True.
Even though things fell perfectly, as you would say, for them last year, facts this year. They got the number 2 offense in points, number 2 offense in yards, number 1 offense in passing. Those are facts. Tom Brady, I'm looking at him. 67.5% completion percentage, 5,316 yards, a career high.
How many is that? How many is that?
5,300.
Okay, 5,300. That's right. 5,000.
Hold on. 43 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. And by the way, excuse me.
What does that have to do with the Super Bowl?
Hold on, wait a minute. You said you think. That is not fact when you say you think the Rams are going to beat them. That is not a fact. That is speculative.
The Cowboys are going to get better?
Put it this way, Stephen A.
That is
Put it this way. I'm betting the Rams beat them.
Okay, but that's not a fact.
I'm betting the Rams beat them.
Don't backtrack. You said facts.
Yeah.
We're giving you facts.
I'm going to correct myself.
We're giving you facts.
Okay. We'll let you correct. I'm glad you're correct.
Now let me get to Buffalo. I get the whole Bills Mafia and all of that stuff. I'm sorry, Keyshawn Johnson. Has Buffalo been in the Super Bowl since Jim Kelly departed? I
But
mean,
we not
it ain't
talking
a fact
about
that they there.
1990.
I think they got a shot, but damn. And I mean, is every game going to be in 1 degree weather against a rookie quarterback? No. So let's look at it from that perspective, all right? There's a whole bunch of stuff. The same thing that you're questioning about Tom Brady, you can question about others. The only thing for me that I will hold on to is I don't think anybody's beating Aaron Rodgers. That much I will say.
I respect it.
But that's it. I can't say nothing else against Tom Brady.
Yeah. The question is has Tom Brady won his last Super Bowl? The answer is absolutely not. And listen, it might be this year if they can get some dudes healthy this year.
They don't win this year, they might come back next year.
May come back. But to Stephen A's point, 5,300 yards. 5,300 yards. Listen, the most completions,
the 5,300 is not even there
in NFL history. And here's the thing in the locker room.
Come on, man.
This man is frustrated with younger players about being satisfied. There ain't no satisfying Tom Brady with 8 Super Bowls,
cool.
9 Super Bowls, whatever it is. He's going to drive it. And listen, that offensive line is going to stay together, which is going to be vital for their success in their future. They'll get Fournette back. They'll have some different things like this. But they will retool. That's the thing about having Tom Brady. Everybody, you're talking about everybody else getting better, they will get better as well. If you don't think Bruce Arians is going to go bring in more receivers to help him, Godwin's going to come back from his injury, they're going to tool it, they will make adjustments. He understands how to win with Tom Brady. And here's the part. When you ask if it's his last one, what you're basically saying is he's not good enough. Because the defense will stay together. If Todd Bowles stays there, that thing will get there. At 44, absolutely. This guy's play has not dropped off even a little bit. Even a little bit. So I do not expect it to all of a sudden tank. And listen, this is the most driven player in NFL history, man.
Cool.
Like this cat puts the best. He gets the best out of his guys.
Okay,
so is the Super Bowl a team goal or he's gonna get the guys around him to play better? Key, come on, man.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.